Virgo, what's going on, Virgo? It is your girl, Aqua May. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We are in the year of 2026, the year of 1 or 10, however you look at it. I just say the code is 101. That is the code for this year. You're the first sign that I'm telling that to, so that must be important for you. But the code for the year is 101. Okay? Take that as it resonates, leave the rest behind. Let's tap into the energy, see what you need to be aware of for the year, give you some guidance, all of that good stuff. All right? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. I would love to hear from you. So, angels, ancestors, they already answering. Guardians and guides, all right? They are here with us today. And our higher selves are in alignment with the universe. God is always and forever with us. So the first card that came up was freedom, all right? And the next card that was at the bottom was surrender. All right. I love that energy, freedom and surrender. So you're letting yourself go. Those rubber bands can be easily removed. They can be easily taken off and the restraints be removed, the chains be broken. I feel like there's a false sense of imprisonment in some sort of way that you have may have felt in your life in some sort of way, but it's time to set yourself free. It's time to let yourself be animated, I'm hearing. It's time to let yourself be seen. It's like time to let your wings spread wide. Okay? Both of these cards have birds on there with their wings spread very wide. No constraints, right? Surrendering your freedom in some sort of way. um Surrendering your freedom, that's actually interesting because surrendering your freedom would be like being in prison, right? But I feel like it's the opposite, where you're freeing yourself from that type of imprisonment, right? That holding your own self back, being in your own way, stopping your own groove. All right, you're letting yourself just go. That's what they want, right? This is what spirit is saying for the year. Set yourself free. You can learn to surrender, right? And it's about change. It's about new routines. It's about a new sense of self, a new understanding of the world, right? Um, Taking things for what they are. Okay? All right. Virgo, what else did we get for you? We got, okay, hold on. I said don't take those two. No problem. Let's see. Let me get two cards for Virgo. Let me get two cards for Virgo. Okay, we got limitation, right? That energy of the self-imprisonment. We're removing that boundary. We're removing the tape. We're removing the cord, the boundary, right? I feel like you're letting it, you're opening the gate. That's the thing. Okay? I feel like you've, in a way, grown to capacity in some form. And it's time to expand. It's time to go a little further. All right? Remove the limitations of time, remove the limitations of order or how something you want it to look, right? Accept it for what it's supposed to look like for you. Okay, and then you have unity. All right, so you're coming together with something, with your pureness, something about a pure state here. Okay, you're not going to get the pureness of something if you limit yourself, if you don't go after your dreams, if you don't, really do what it is that you feel called to do. Okay, there's something here about also stepping into your purpose, seeing the many directions that you can go, right? Don't just walk one path. I feel like this unity energy is walking many paths to come along to the right things, right? So it's not like one path will get you there. It could be different routes you have to take, all right? And so you have to be open to that. You can't just say, well, it was supposed to go in a straight line. Sometimes it goes in a zigzag. Sometimes it circles back around. Sometimes you understand, it things take different form and different shapes. All right. But you will always get to where you're meant to be. All right. If you're following the true path, not the path that you think you're supposed to follow. Okay. Okay. Let me get two cards here for Virgo. Virgo. All right. Look, I love it. There's something on it. It's a greater path ahead of you. So you have amidst the swirl, And look, a Virgo is calling me as I do this reading. I love it. But anywho, it says amidst the swirl. So it says a steady presence, inner stability, navigating complexity, centered awareness, grounding amidst change. Okay, trusting inner navigation. This is what I'm talking about. You're trusting where you're going. I don't feel like um you're old, you may not have always been open to other ways of doing things, right? You may have an unconventional way of doing things, but it's like very tailored to you or tailored to what you're comfortable with. So there's something about opening up that lane, that avenue, okay? So, and then you have it with the vista on the path, which this card talks about that open path, right? That the endless possibilities in something. So there's structure, but there's also endless possibilities to be more, to build up more, to, grow taller or to expand past where you are. All right. Don't limit yourself to one path. I just talked about the path swirling and moving and going. You see how that path is going? It's not a straight path. Even going up to the top, this building, it doesn't go straight up, right? It's different levels that go in different ways. So you still are building. You still have more to complete here because this building is not even complete. So this is getting to some type of peak, some type of plateau, some type of height in your life, and you're seeing where else you're going. You're seeing the open horizon, all right, from this peak, all right, a broader perspective on something. And you're aware of the path that is possible for you, that, you can actually see it and calculate it. But it's something maybe that you didn't think about. Okay. All right. So let's see. For Virgo, for the year 2026, what do we got going on for Virgo? That is the overall energy. We have strength. Love it. Leo energy. Very powerful energy. Number of 8 could be important to you. Inner strength. Those testing your boundaries, testing your limits, testing your discipline. Tested. This is almost, I see a lot of you testing yourself, right? Testing your own power, um, testing structures or something like that. I'm hearing, all right? Getting within something that seems difficult, complicated, learning it within, inside and out, learning how to tame something. You have the moon, a lot of clarity, the moon is not always clarity, but I do see clarity for you. Um, because with the strength card, it's like I'm seeing like doing something against all odds. So even if there's limited light, even if there's limited vision here, you still have strength, you still have confidence, you still have the vision to do what it is what you want to do. Okay, you have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, my lighting is crazy. You have the Four of Pentacles here, which is very stable and grounded energy, splitting your time wisely, right? Splitting yourself accordingly, where, mm, but also not doing too much as well. Temperance, not doing too much, taking your time, alchemizing, trying different things, testing your strength, testing your power, right? Testing yourself. I keep seeing that. You may be studying for some big tests this year, or you may have some sort of big test this year that really puts an emphasis on how strong you need to be, your well-being, your strength, your your stability. Okay, like people may challenge you this year. You may get challenged on your thoughts, or challenged on what it is that you're doing, how you're doing something, right? And I feel like because it looks a little bit different, something about unconventional ways of doing something, not the normal. Okay, you have the Ten of Wands and you have the Three of Swords. Wow. Okay, don't take on too much this year though. I feel like you're gonna feel like you want to do a lot, but it is telling you to pay attention, because something here is like heavy on the soul. I'm hearing heavy on the mind, heavy emotionally here, right? So you may have to tough something out this year. This Three of Swords is also about building up. With the Ten of Wands, it's like building up your strength, your mental capacity, um, I'm seeing almost like being in the military, right? And it's like every day you got to get up at 5 a.m., make your bed, get out to your drills, listen to your sergeant scream at you. But, right, it's like you have a purpose at the end. Like you feel accomplished. You feel something, you made it through the tough cycle, the storm, or whatever it is. Okay? So this is a lot of push through type of energy here. We have the Tower and the Two of Swords. I feel like this is abrupt shifts and changes that you're going to have. This is where that freedom and surrender is, right? So you're going to have to free up yourself at times, maybe where you don't want to, right? You're going to have to give in some sort of way. But this is to shift into something that is like shift into whatever else, right? It's like a quick shift into something else and then having to anchor yourself again. All right, so you may feel anchored and then you may feel pulled up again. So the anchor has to be set and it also gets pulled up. So it may be a lot of that where you feel um, your anchor is not always settled. All right, they have the star card here. The tower comes before the star, right, which is healing. So the tower is the upheaval, but the star is the healing aspect of it. So it's like, yeah, you're transitioning, you're moving, you're shifting. You're not. Hmm. Let me see. I got stuck for my words right here. I did. I got stuck. So they should, I just see that back and forth between like having to go through things that are feeling very shaky, very upheaval, very all over the place, to things that are like you just have to sit down and heal. You have to sit down and bear it. You have to sit down and get back to your natural self in some sort of way. Back to feeling uh, like settled or fixed or something like that. But this is like the calm after the storm. Like there'll be storms, but there'll also be a calmness after the storm where you have time to kind of, yeah, relax. So the devil is here with the Seven of Swords. There's something here where you need to really pay attention, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of how things read, I'm hearing. If you're feeling something within yourself, then you need to pay attention to that, like your body is speaking to you or something. Or you need, if somebody else is doing something and it's like something is hidden here. Like you need to really pay attention because something can skip past you and affect you because you didn't pay attention to it. Read the fine lines, I'm hearing. Read the fine print. Yeah, something may come this year that really kind of shakes something up in your world. And it's going to be a test of your strength. It's going to be a test of your willpower. It's going to be a test of your, you know, not being able to see the whole picture, but still having to trust the process, Virgo. And you want the whole picture. You want to see everything from beginning to end before you even enter the building. And I feel like that may not always happen. So you got to go into the unknown, right? And look for things and pay attention to what's happening because you really won't always have the answer right away, right in front of you. Okay? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I'm not taking questions right now, but you can email me. So you just got to look in the description box. Okay? All right. I guess let me get a little more on this Devil and Seven of Swords, so because I don't really like that energy. Like your energy is like you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, but there's like these things in the background as well that's almost nagging, nitpicking, or it's right there on you, and you may be trying to get away from it, but it's like everywhere you turn, it's almost right there. All right, so you with the Devil and the Seven of Swords, you got the Two of Wands and the Five of Cups. Um, I feel like there's some type of plan that's uh it's like something is spoiled. Some type of plan is spoiled or some type of actions are spoiled. Somebody's trying to undermine, demise, something in that effect. Yeah, this could be, I don't know, this just got really weird. This could be like family or friends, but there's some type of energy in the background that's um yeah, this is something here that is long standing within your life. This Ten of Pentacles. right? And it's just coming back up to, and you just, the Eight of Cups, it's like you just want it to go. You just want it to leave. You just don't want it to be an issue. But it's like something that keeps coming up. So I feel like there's a way for you to have to nip it in the bud. All right. All right. Let's see. What's the angel numbers for my Virgos? We got 555. Stay optimistic because you are optimistic, right? I am optimistic. A major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. This is literally what I'm saying. You got to be free and surrender. Whatever's about to happen for you this year, don't be afraid of it. Don't try to run from it. Don't be mad when it happens. Don't get that feeling of like, why is this happening to me? This is really about going through the flow and changing something in your life in a big way. Okay? You may be a little upset that it's happening, but if that's the way that you take it and you don't stay positive and don't be optimistic, then the outcome can feel like it's going to be negative because that's what you're thinking about. You got 555 and 666. So I am centered and I am optimistic. A wake up call. So whatever is going to happen is a wake up call. A wake up call for you to re examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. This is literally what I'm saying to you. Come on, guys. What we doing? Hit that like button, man. Y'all know I'm doing good. Y'all know this message is hitting for y'all. All right, let's go. Let's get these last messages for my Virgos for the year of 2026. What do we have for the Virgos out there? I love my Virgos. Y'all mad cool. And a little kooky, but I love it. I love the kooky. If you ain't a little kooky, a little quirky, I don't really, mix well. Anyway, you have a new job, so that may be something. Or you have to find a new job, or something may be changing about your job this year that you're going to have to get used to, or whatever it is. So something about a new job. If you want a new job, that's a good sign. Maybe you need to go back to work. You're being chosen in some way. You're being called back into the forefront in some sort of way, or called back to something. You are chosen here, though. Something is meant for you, right? That this is your purpose, your path. Okay, let me get some more for Virgo, please. We have the solar plexus chakra. That's your center, your belly button, and like right here, between your heart and your sacral. So your center, that's your power, that's like your power, right? Your inner power that exudes outward. That's what makes you move. Also your gut feeling, something about your gut feeling. All right, your stomach area. Protected, 444. All right. Apply today. So something about a new job, applying to something, some type of new contract, right? Even if it's not a new job, but you're going to be chosen, or like you're choosing something and it's going to work for you. It says moving, so you may be moving. Something is moving in your favor, moving in your direction. Okay. This is really nice energy. You have wealth. Everybody keeps getting wealth. So the wealth is moving into people's pockets. You have a look around. I just said that to you. Pay attention to your surroundings. All right? Don't leave your back out. Don't leave your head open. Okay? Take that however you need to. Time invested. All right? Sometimes we have invested enough time in something, and it's time to move on and invest into something else. Okay? We have friends. That could be friends that you've invested time with. It's time to move on from certain people, certain relationships, because you're flourishing and you're growing. So you don't got time to stay in the same place. Your intuition is growing. All right. With lovers here. So something about intuition, paying attention to, again, the people you're around, the people you're spending time with. You have Aquarius and Earth signs. Okay. So air energy, earth energy. What else was there? I thought there was another sign. I don't know. But you have manifestations and 8. So what you've been manifesting is coming to life. You have some type of new beginning. All right. And you have break and pause. So there may be moments where you just need to stop for a moment to realize what's happening so that you can proceed properly, right? You don't feel overwhelmed. You don't feel out of place. You don't feel taken aback. All right. So that is the message. I love it. This is for my Virgos. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will be back for more. And yes, talk to you later. Bye.